Welcome to Self-Discovery Media Network, formerly known as Self-Discovery Radio. Each week we bring you illuminating shows from those making a difference in the lives of others. They've taken their own journey. They're here to share their skills, their wisdom to help you on yours. You can see more about us at selfdiscoverymedia.com, and please listen to our wonderful collection of shows. Our next show is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sara View of Life. I'm your host, Sara Troy, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. I wrote an article back in 2008, and in rereading it, I realized I have come so far, yet I decided I did not want to do a video on this today, but just speak to the article and interject where I am today that might be different. Why do I feel the article is important? What it is called From Extrovert to Introvert. And people may be confused by that. Isn't it normally somebody who's introverted becoming the extrovert? In my case, in my life, I was always the extrovert to hide my shyness, my inadequacy. I've always had this abundant soul energy, and it was also something that I would have a burst of energy coming out that was exuberant and extroverted, only to retreat into my introvertness. So I'm going to read the article to you and interject any updates pertaining to it along the way. I have come a long way in the last 8 years from my days of insecurity and self-doubt. I used to be so free-spirited in my youth. I lived by my instincts and free will. Then life and all the negative experiences took that innocent view of life away from me, and for a while I only saw darkness in my life, and to some point liked it. But now I am free of it. Or am I? I understand why people go to the darkness. It can be easy if you are avoiding pain, become to everything, both good and bad. I do not mean suddenly you become the killer and the torturer and the psychopath. No, it is just a place to hide. But a person so filled with pain and doubt and mistrust that hiding in the dark feels a safe place to avoid it all. In the dark, it is so peaceful. And it requires no effort to change anything. It's all of lie, of course. There is no hiding. No hiding from the responsibility to one's spirit and soul. There you can run, you can. There is no self, no matter how you hide. Drown it out, drag it out. You're always faced with your existence that you have made. Yes, we make the choice in what happens to us, but we choose to survive. We can choose to fight ourselves or to give in, to get a victim or stand up for ourselves, turn it around to something good for ourselves. Yes, choice. No matter how horrific things have happened, we have the choice in how we react to it. Does a person who suffered a car have a choice if they end up in a wheelchair? Yes, they have a choice to adjust to their new lifestyle with them. They can be or rise to the challenge, become the obstacle in life, and find a connection with a higher God or a spirit strength to overcome and move forward into a new life and all possibilities. I know what your circumstances are worse than everyone else's, and than anyone else's, but it is because you have been given that pain and the power to rule your life and cripple existence. Is my pain worse than yours? Who knows? It comes down to how much pain. We overcome the pain. It is not my hour yours, but how to find the strength to come out of it, a productive life. We can do it and must in order not be victims for the rest of our lives. I'm a past victim of have mistrust in people. I logically overcome my rape. It happened. I do not want to give them any more power than they think. I have, as you, the ones closest to you, only betrayed in the worst way. The devaluing of you, reading of your soul, the battering of spirit. I've been down this road. I will not left me scarred for life. But the challenge was to overcome by giving myself, my spirit, my soul, and my worth. Anyone else value me if I could not value myself? How does a child who's been victimized get over? with love, value, and an empowerment of teach the child that it was not their fault for it and any. Love them unconditionally with judgment or expectation. Empower them with a love and so they do not stay a victim. We are nervous as not. We are embarrassed. Fear just cannot go. Just like death, we need to talk about it. To speak of what happened takes away the magnitude of it, desensitizes the act, not. Once the person has been victimized, feel comfortable with speaking about it, it takes the shame and the dirtiness away from it, putting the damning on the victimizer, not the victim. This is no matter what victimization you've had, no matter what abuse you've had, and there are many scales of it. We have to face it, deal with it, not feel shame of it, and we have to overcome it, work our way through it. It takes time, love, understanding, valuing a victimized person. An interjection here. In all the years I've been doing interviewing and redirect, here's of where they came from, the abuse, the torment, the devaluing, the even of what they were, but the fact that they chose to work through it in that self-discovery, discover what they're beautiful, join the orchestra of life, for them to be of service to others now, sparking fruit, but because of it, truly illuminating. And we can, right, be all we're meant to be, despite the journey that we've had along the way. Why do I keep going on about value? Is it what rape or any other victimization does? To take away value, your sense and you as a person, resulting in you in of no worth for you, which is what the assailants want, is what the victimizers, for you to feel like nothing, a no one, garbage, so they feel something more that they are and feel in themselves. Don't forget, they are reflecting the way they feel about this. They get empowerment by degrading you and taking your self-power. Yes, I was once a free spirit, bundle of joy and life, and lived in trust. It got beaten out of me, not just once, but many times, because I did not fight for my self-worth, but started to believe that I was worth nothing, or I would keep things, or why were these things happening to me? But one day I woke up to choice. I was dead in my life for many years, being whatever anyone wanted, or a pretzel to please others at my expense. I always looked positive, not knew of my dead soul. I had given up, not feeling of life. I was in a soul where I was beaten down on a regular basis for not being good enough for my husband. Not a lousy mum because I could not show them the hope or the days of life. I loved them completely, and if it were not for them, would have totally died. But my hope visited me. A spirit, even for a short while, lifted me up and started walking toward living. It gave me some strength in not fighting for my existence in any way. It was not easy, for I always had a big brick wall of not worthy in any way. Through my spiritual beliefs, I found help and started my long journey. I did not go back to what I was, or I would become a victim again. I had to be stronger, surer, and with my own spirit, soul, and mind in order for my heart to beat the sounds of life again. I had to block out anyone who stole my energy, who lived in negativity. I had to take journeys in to find my soul and not be affected by the bombardment of negativity shouting all around me. People do not like change, especially if you are. They do not like it because you remind them of their misery and the fact that they do not or do not wish to make the choices to change their lives for better. Making a choice to change, to deprogram all that has been and start again is a hard one, and one that needs commitment, tenacity, and courage to succeed in, without pain. But the odds are so great, and it puts you on another level that you never thought of. So why the extrovert? If I've done work and I'm at peace with myself, and I don't care anymore, why am I in it? Because I was the extrovert to cover up my inner, because I never felt enough, so I would be over the top to overcome what I was. Now, that extrovert, my energy, when I'm interviewing people here in some media, extroverted energy pours out, them up, embracing their journey, celebrating their strength and their courage, admiring and respecting their service today. But when I give out that energy, I have to become the introvert to recharge it. Because along the way, and because of all the emotional stress, just from this lifetime, but from lifetimes before, given a little disease that slows me down, it doesn't allow my battery to recharge as most people's do. I'm always operating on a low G, and not low frequency. My vibration is very high, but my battery cannot keep up. So I am in bursts. That's the extrovertness of energy that comes out, and that retreat into my introvertness too much. It's okay, but at least for me. But also, I do need to be a person. I only have friends with my heart. I only show the value of me. I only hold dear those that I can and will trust. Not about the masses, but that few that I need around. I can give them all my trust and receive all in faith because I know I can trust them. I do not need the attention. I needed it before. I needed it to make an impression. I do not need to bound me to be myself. My energy out there in the universe is to blast it around to those who use it that is respectful, otherwise it's a waste of energy. It always will be. It is given to those who honor it, reproduce it, and turn it around to pass it on to someone else. I like watching people and life around me, like dipping in and feel like it really is recharging me. I like observing life from out of the circle. I like my own company, and I no longer am I running from myself. I have found my equilibrium, love and honor, most of all, the value of myself and society. I am finally reborn, newborn, carrying them of life, lives that I have lived. It is a journey, sometimes hard, sometimes, but whichever way we have to walk our path, for it is our meaningful life. 2008, my journey has taken me on a roller coaster. In 2012, I did sting. In 2013, I started my own network. It was PLV Radio and Self-Discovery Radio, and now Self-Discovery Media. Why? Because we have spreaded our wings. Because we're not just a podcast, we're a radiocast. We're into raising money to help those in a redirect in life. We're here to support those that are others. We're here to celebrate those making a difference in the lives of others. This is where my extrovertness flies. It doesn't do it insecurity. It does it because that's me. My heart, my soul, my spirit, my divine energy into all that I do in every interview. And I share it with the world. And then I retreat into my introvertness to regroup, vibe, to re-energize, and to be with self, for I no longer fear me. I no longer hide. I have good days. I have bad days. Depression is one that likes to knock at my door, and has been for the last while. I have done what I need to do, music, activity, and just some self-love in order to overcome. But it's all here for a reason. It was introverting me, getting me ready for the extrovertness that is to come, starting from April, when my energy will fly high. So whether you're an extrovert or not, it is about the balance. It is about the reason why you are. It is about what works for you from the inside out. And remember, the value you place upon yourself is the value others will take you for. So stand tall in your own life. Be proud and loving of who you are. Be true to your purpose. And let that energy beget the energy around you. Until next week, folks, may you know from deep down, deep in your soul, heart, and spirit, the love of self, your meaningful purpose. And remember, your past, your present, and your future are all in the now. Always carry your past with you. It is what's made you who you are today. But you do not have to be defined by the pain of it, but instead by the lesson from it. You will always be walking forward to the future in anticipation and exploration of what is to come. But you must always be in the now, for the now is where the past and the future reside, creating, serving, and being who you are. Until next time, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. To hear more of these wonderful shows on selfdiscoverymedia.com, just look up our podcast genre list. You will see many shows archives there ready for listening. Don't forget to share these wonderful shows. And if you wish to be a guest or a host, or you have an organization that needs to be highlighted, contact us at info@selfdiscoverymedia.com. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. To hear more of these wonderful shows on selfdiscoverymedia.com, just look up our podcast genre list. You will see many shows archives there ready for listening. Don't forget to share these wonderful shows. And if you wish to be a guest or a host, or you have an organization that needs to be highlighted, contact us at info@selfdiscoverymedia.com. Bye for now.